first I've known you is from Rocafella, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So at what age were you when you got down with Rocafella, and tell me about that situation?
Well, it started off Big Steff, you know, being in music, me being a baby, just hearing music. That's all I knew. My dad was a singer.
Right.
Mom was a singer. That's all I knew. She was a baby. So got old enough, wrote a song for Big Steff. Like 8 years old, but I wrote a track to I wrote a joint to this FWB track.
Okay.
I'm so to go.
Right.
Hey. I had a whole song. I wrote a whole real song for dudes though. I'm only 8 years old, so I'm thinking ahead. Right. My pops was an R&B guy, you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay. So I presented to him, he goes crazy. And this is around 8 years old. This is real talk. From that point on, we started working together. He started working me on my vocals. We started going hard because this is what I wanted to do. Okay. I figured this is what it was. God, give me something real. By 12 years old, at 12, I done performed at 4 or 5 talent shows, won all of them. The biggest one was the Apollo.
Shout out to the Apollo.
I had won a trip over like 25 other kids to go to the Apollo in New York City. Whole VIP trip. While I'm there, Jive is going at me. Next thing you know, Hove comes in. Oh. The way Hove comes in is funny though, because my man, shout out to Pop Tracks, put us in a situation where Sadiq, shout out to Sadiq, I performed for him right in the Rockaway store on South Street.
Okay, I know that was. I got my linen suit from there. Shout out to him. Okay.
So actually, it was kind of crazy how it happened, because now I got 2 companies while I'm at the Apollo in New York, while it's on TV. Right. You know, not the internet Apollo, the TV Apollo. Right. You know, killing them. But I got guys chasing me now, just like how God does things. Because it was like I'm 12 years old. My dad know how real serious it is. I really don't. I just know that I'm about to kick up the eyes and do my thing, chill, try to grow up, you feel me? Lose your weight, you know what I mean? Stop being fat on. Right. You feel me? Like real talk. So, you know, it really started from that situation, and it bubbled, you know what I mean? Once I hit the Apollo, it really bubbled. Jay stepped in, you know, on Jive's toes and was like, I love the kid, I need him. I need to, you know, and understand, I went to Jay's crib after I performed, just to take it back a little bit, I performed for Sadiq on South Street. And that weekend, I think it was Memorial Weekend or something, he called me up and I performed for Jay. And it was the same weekend that I was at the Apollo. Because Jay was like, I want to see him before you sign. So I performed for Jay-Z in his penthouse team, and downstairs in the theater. You know, on the theater, it's like a little stage. So that's why I performed at him and Tata, somebody else was in there. And you know, it was funny because how they did it was my dad was sitting up on the joint with Jay and them. So Jay is behind my pop like this. So every time my pop would look back to see if he liked me, Jay and them would stop bobbing. But I knew,
But you seen it.
I seen Jay in the rock with me, so I'm hyped as shit. Holding the rock with me, I'm hyped. Okay, I'm a little kid and shit. You feel me? I don't know what's going on.
It is what it is, right? I mean,
you know what I mean? I asked God, I want to be a singer, and all this stuff started coming along. So I'm going hard, I'm moving with the flow. And, you know, that's how I went down. Jay was like, at the end of the day, after I performed for him, my pops was like, well, you know, he really wasn't saying much at first. And all this while, I still got Jive on the other hand, you know, trying to make something happen. But, you know, keep it G for everybody that's tuned in right now. It's like, it was a crazy situation. You know, you come with bullshit, you leave with bullshit. You know, we give you bullshit. At the end of the day, hoping it may come bullshit. You know what I mean? It was a beautiful situation either way.
Hold up. Before we even go anywhere, I'm going to stop to let y'all know, understand really how serious it is right now, because I'm standing next to somebody that has been inside of everybody's favorite rapper's house to perform for him. So you got to respect this man in a whole nother level, to the point where it's like, wait a minute. What the fuck was it like just being in a room with Jay-Z? Right. Fuck the bullshit. Fuck the music. Fuck all that shit. You know what? This is jahyummy.com.
Yes, I was so young, dude. I was so young that my pops knew who Jay was, and my pops was sort of still gospel. My pops was a gospel artist first, so he was sort of still gospel, going to R&B. So he knew who Jay was, but he ain't really know that too either. But this nigga's king of rap already. So we like, wow, okay, it's going in. I'm in the crib playing with the telescope, looking across in New York at somebody's sneakers. He had like this super duper magnascope where you could check out like somebody's drawers from like up in his, like it was unbelievable. Like, it was money.
You know it's money.
I'm playing with shit, so like he comes out the room and he sees me fucking with it. He's like, Are you cool? I'm like, alright, yo, little kid, I ain't know, I thought you gonna cut my ass. I'm like, alright, it's all good, let's go perform. But like I said, man, just to, to move forward in the story, like case closed, he linked up with us. I performed for Dame Dash. He put us in a hotel that night, actually. He didn't let us leave. He said, you're not leaving, and put him in a hotel. We stayed in the hotel that night. The next day, I went to go perform for Dame Dash in the Rocafella office. Dame loved it. Hopped up, I'm praying for this. I prayed for this. This is what I've been wanting. And unfortunately, things didn't roll out like it's planned over at Rocafella. I had some great experiences.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna go to the next. The next question is, what was the experience? Yeah. I mean, because there's a lot of artists on here who are trying to get to that level, or trying to be at that stature, and trying to see how that life is. Talk to them about it. Like, tell them what the experience is like, because you was at a level where people nowhere near.
Yeah.
Not to discredit no artist, up and coming, unsigned, anything. It's just the fact that some people have a good chance to get there, and they be standing next to that motherfucking person.
Right.
And then there's some that stand close to some that, so it's like, how are you that humble to the point where you are right now, to the fact that you was part of one of the biggest rap labels, crews in the last 10 years?
It's amazing, actually, because now all those things are just memories to me. I haven't seen Hov in years. I haven't seen none of them dudes in years. Like, I stay in touch with all the Philly rappers because I live like next to Philly, so I'm always in the city. Gilly, shout out to King Philly Gilly, shout out to Meek Millie. I still deal with certain people. I see him, and I shake hands with people, and I show respect because that's how I was raised, first and foremost. So, to me, it wasn't that deep. Like I said, I was a kid, so I didn't understand where I was at or the position that I was playing. So if it was me now, Alamo, just to skip forward, if the thing did go right, and I dropped the single, and thing was going, if it was me now, I would have been in the studio every single day doing hooks for Hov, trying to get on his album.
Right.
You understand? See, you understand? Me as a kid, I didn't understand how real it was about music. I just thought, okay, I had a great talent, they're going to like me and do whatever. I recorded songs, I put in hard work. Don't get it twisted. I put it in probably one of the hardest working ones in the label trying to get out. It was 30 of us on the label.
Wow.
All we got an MOP. I mean, 30 of us.
We didn't know there's 30 artists on Rocafella Records, but
it was 30 of us.
30 artists on Rocafella Records.
Let me tell you something. Here goes some real exclusive information. I was a little kid. This is before Kanye was big. Shout out to Kanye. I know if you tune in if you're passing by, dude. I was young as shit. In the trucks, we would pull up all black trucks to the video shoots and shit, and Kanye would favorite me out of all the people because he was different. So nobody was really looking at him like Kanye's the one. You know what I mean? Kanye was always grinding though. And a couple times he had pulled me to the side and was like, yo, bro, tell me how this sound. He was like, tell me how this sound. You know what I mean? You like this? Yeah. Kanye West.
This nigga said Kanye West pulled him to the side to say, how this sound?
Yeah, how this sound?